here, those that are in person as well as those attending perhaps by Zoom. I'd like to begin by rising for a moment of silence, and then we will say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, if we could have a roll call, please.
Pete Hamill.
Here.
Brad Hint. Here. Tom Eggers.
Here.
Wayne Barahona.
Here.
Okay. Moving on to item 2, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
To approve.
Second.
Okay. Any comments?
Eggers.
Aye.
Barahona.
Aye.
Hamill.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
All right, we now reach the portion of our meeting where we have a public forum for items both on and off the agenda. Is there anyone here present that would like to speak at this time? If so, raise your hand. I'm seeing no one, anyone listening in by Zoom that wants to address the council. Seeing nothing there, so we'll move on then to the consent agenda. I'll accept a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Support.
Any comments? Roll call, please.
Eggers.
Aye.
Barahona.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
Hamill.
Aye.
All right, moving right along into new business. I'd like to begin with item 6A, discussing the resolution approving engineering services for the downtown alleys and parking. Is there anything you want to comment on, either Todd or Sam?
I would just say that this is an agreement with Beck Engineering. Jason from Beck is actually here if you have any questions.
Hi, Jason.
If you go to the third bullet point, it shows a map of the areas that we're discussing, and everything we're discussing at this point is complete reconstruction with new concrete. The one thing I would comment is we are going to camera some of the buried sanitary sewers, and at this point, none of the sanitary sewer work is included in the estimates or engineering fees. So if we would add that later after cameraing, we would have to make a change to this.
Okay. Any questions for Todd or Jason?
This would be 2021 or 22.
Yeah, it's also next year.
Yeah, it's funds budgeted in next fiscal year.
So that's just preparation to understand what to bid on, correct?
Absolutely, and to as Jason and I have spoke on the phone, and to get ahead on things so we can bid early and allow contractor to potentially do work yet this year, or if not, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, we put June or July of 22. Gives maximum flexibility. We hope gives us some good.
If I remember right, you saying in the near or recent past that by doing this type of action early on, it gives us better position for better bidding and more people to be involved with the bidding process.
Always the hope, Tom.
Yeah. Okay.
No guarantees.
Anything else?
It was a good project. Some of them are in tough shape back there.
So then can we have a motion to approve the resolution approving those services?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Further comments, questions? Roll call, please.
Hint.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Barahona.
Aye.
Hamill.
Aye.
Then in that same vein, we have a resolution also approving engineering services for the 34th Avenue Highway 18 traffic signal project. Any comments there?
Pretty straightforward, looking at the possibility of installing a traffic signal. These cost estimates and this engineering agreement does also include the possibility of right turn lanes off of Highway 18 into Runger Avenue. As stated in the explanation, we don't have DOT approval to install these yet. But we've got to start the process somewhere.
Okay. Any questions? I have just one. With the increased traffic that we're seeing now, are we also seeing a rise in accidents out there on that corner intersection?
I have not looked at the accident data at that intersection recently.
Okay. Just curiosity, I guess, more than anything, but wondered about it.
I just know if you go there the wrong time of day and want to turn left to come back into town.
Could be your whole lunch hour.
Yeah. Hopefully you pack the dessert to go along with your lunch because you're going to be there a while.
Very good. All right, then we need to approve that resolution as well. Take a motion for that.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Further questions? Roll call, please.
Hint.
Aye.
Hamel.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Okay, now moving on to item C, the collection systems improvements. We have the letter from DGR. This will be funded from our wastewater treatment bond funds. Anything you want to comment on here, either one of you?
This is for the Thurman Avenue and NCC lift station rehabilitation / replacement projects. Something we've been working on for quite some time. Just want you to set a couple of dates for bid letting and hopefully contract award.
Okay. Questions?
Make the motion to approve.
So approving the date of May 26th for the bid opening and the public hearing for June the 2nd. Are we going to have that bid letting right at opening bids at the council meeting on that day?
No, we'll open bids on Wednesday, May 26th. Week
Okay.
Meeting. That'll give the engineer and myself time to review bids, do reference checks if need be. I find that unlikely because soon the usual suspects will be bidding. One comment on this, we typically would be approving plans and specifications. They're not quite ready yet. We'll bring those to you at the May 5 meeting. If there happens to be comments or changes at that point, it's changed in the addendum.
Okay. So probably just reflect that in the minutes, if you would, please. All right. Ready to vote? Roll call, please.
I don't think I have a
Oh,
second.
we didn't take a motion yet. That's right.
We have
I'll
a
second.
Motion.
Yeah, I'll second
Okay.
that.
Okay.
There we go. Now, roll call.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Hamel.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
Okay. Item D, we're approving the change order number 1 for Crossroads North Phase 1. You have that information in your packets. No comment?
Explanation of the change orders in there. Let me know if you have questions.
Okay.
Move to approve as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Hamel.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
And then moving on to Crossroads North Phase 2, we have a resolution approving the engagement agreement with Allers and Cooney. Is there any comment you want to make on that, Sam?
We got to do E first.
We need to pay estimate. Sorry. E.
Oh, okay, you're right. So missed that one. Okay, let's move back up to letter E. Approve the pay estimate number 5 for Crossroads North. There we go. There again, everything is in the
Move we
agenda.
approve the pay estimate number 5.
I'll support.
Okay, roll call, please.
Eggers.
Aye.
Hamel.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
All right, now moving on to Crossroads North Phase 2. We have a resolution approving the engagement agreement with Allers and Cooney for a loan agreement and the issuance not to exceed $1.1 million in short-term general obligation capital loan notes for essential corporate purposes.
Thank
Comment?
you, Mayor. This is fairly straightforward. If Todd has anything to add, he can.
I thought this was big enough. It probably shouldn't be on consent. There will be a hearing on the notes, but this is the same principle as the $2.5 million in short-term notes that we did last year for the projects that we're doing this year. We're spending we're spending cash from the TIF account. In order to do that, it has to be bonded, or there has to be indebtedness. So this is a short-term note that we're paying off in 30 to 60 days, and then the proceeds will be used to pay off to make the ongoing payments. So we are doing a longer-term note, or looking at doing a longer-term note for $2.5 million for other projects, including Rainbow Drive, the traffic signal, and the downtown alleys and parking. And that will come later after the urban renewal plan has been updated. This is already in the urban renewal plan and has been budgeted.
Okay. So this is a two-step process. First, we approve the resolution. I'll take a motion for that now.
You can just approve both of
Can
them
we?
at the same time.
Okay,
Sure.
so we're approving a resolution and then also setting a date for the meeting on the proposition to authorize the loan agreement and the issuance of notes. So are there any questions before we go on to a vote? Okay, roll call, need a motion for that
So moved.
and support.
Support.
Okay, now roll call.
Eggers?
Aye.
Farahona?
Aye.
Hamel?
Aye.
Hint?
Aye.
All right, moving on to item G, considering the petition for Ward 2 special election for the council vacancy. Any comments you have on that?
Thank you, Mayor. So we have not, we spoke to the auditor this morning. There have been no objections filed either with us or with the county auditor regarding the election petition. It is therefore deemed to be valid. There still is time prior to 5 p.m. tomorrow for objections to be filed. At this point, we're moving ahead with plans for an election. I did attach a memo to the agenda this afternoon, and I'm having trouble pulling up my own memo here, but from what I recall writing is that we have the recommendation is to have the election on Tuesday, June 8, out at the pavilion. Angie confirmed that we have several quote-unquote freebies events that we can have at the pavilion for city activities, and we rarely tap into that. So we can do that. That way there's not an additional cost paid out of the general fund for the election. We do have $4,000 budgeted in this current fiscal year, and the cost of the election, the $2,200 would come out of that $4,000, and then that resets on July 1, and then we have additional budgeted funds for the fall election.
So we're covered for both elections,
We
right?
are.
Yeah.
Linked to the agenda also, Mayor, is the blank affidavit of candidacy and the blank candidate petition. So candidates can start circulating petitions as soon as tomorrow. You know, we thought about recommending to you having the election in May. That is a very tight turnaround time for the candidates, and it's a very tight turnaround time for the county auditor and for the city clerk. So it is recommended that we have the election in early June.
Okay.
So with that date recommended, what would be the date that potential candidates would have to have their paperwork in?
Are you able to pull it up?
No, it's like loading.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
slow.
it's 25 days prior to the election.
25 days prior
I
to?
believe so.
That is correct.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
was
having
trying
the
to
same
pull it
issue
up,
here
too.
now.
Okay.
So,
I'm not sure why, but that's, I lost.
You showed up.
so.
You're stealing it.
Okay, any other questions?
Yep, I guess we move forward to the election.
Well, as far as the item G, we're considering the petition. Is there any action required there?
Micah, I believe that we should have a motion to move to proceed with the recommendation to have set the election for June 8th.
Yes, we'll need to forward that to the County Commissioner of Elections.
So we're making motion on the date then? Is what
Right.
we're making motion.
Nomination papers due with the city clerk by Friday, May 14th at 5 p.m.
Yes.
So, clarification on that.
In the event that there are 3 or more that seek the office, how does that go in terms of voting?
It's a plurality.
More
It's a plurality, so it's a simple.
Just a simple
Yeah,
majority?
so if you have
I mean,
if you have 4 candidates, theoretically somebody could win with 26% of the
okay,
vote.
that's what I thought. But when-
Yeah, Barb confirmed that this morning.
Okay.
That changed a number of years ago.
And you call that a plurality?
Plurality.
Okay. All right. So does somebody want to make a motion that we set that election date for June the 8th? Per the
I have a
memo from
motion,
Sam.
I just need a second.
You have a motion?
Yeah, Tom.
Oh, okay. We need a second? Okay, a second for that.
support.
Further questions? Roll call, please.
Eggers,
Aye.
Kent,
Aye.
Farahona,
Aye.
Hamel,
And because of that action, item 7 becomes null and void. So we move on then to reports. Anything else from you, Sam?
No, sir.
Todd, anything further from you?
No, thank you.
Kurt?
Yeah, just real quick, just wanted to invite the public and obviously council and mayor to, on Monday afternoon, NCC will be holding their groundbreaking ceremony to signify their $9 million expansion project. So pretty significant. We'll be renovating a current building, but also building a new 2-story building on their campus. So to help facilitate the growth of their health services department. So encourage the public and obviously us as leaders to try to get out to that at 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon.
Okay. Anything from you, Chief Birch?
No, thank you.
Okay. Angie, anything from you?
no thank you.
Micah?
No thanks.
Council's to my left. Pete, anything from you?
No thanks.
Tom?
None for me, thank you.
And I have nothing, so I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Hamel,
Aye.
Kent,
Aye.
Eggers,
Aye.
Farahona,
Aye.
We are adjourned. Wow.
17 minutes.
That's a record.
Sam.
Sam